Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Nee here. Welcome to week 6. I'm actually hanging out in my childhood room, so this is kind of weird. Here for an extended Thanksgiving break back home in Missouri. So making this video from home. Sorry, this is being posted Monday morning instead of my usual Sunday evening. But hope you guys had a good and great Thanksgiving. That you had something to be thankful about in this crazy time. Don't want to make this video very long. Just wanted to update you guys on a couple different things. First and foremost, we're headed into week 6, so there's not a lot left. If you are still trying to increase your grade, there are still plenty of opportunities to do so. As of now, there are a lot of people who have not submitted their milestone 2 from week 5. Remember, the policy is 10% off. You have actually 2 weeks to do that, but I encourage you to do it as soon as possible, because assignments begin to stack on top of each other. So pay attention to that. Make sure you're getting your assignments done on time. As part of my policy as a teacher or as an instructor and professor, I have to put zeros in, usually today. So if you see that 0, even if you haven't submitted it, still submit it and it'll still be worth points. I just have to put it in for the grade book as we kind of move forward. This week, a couple weeks ago, we talked to 2-3 weeks ago, we talked about KPIs and kind of how metrics help us in terms of, before we start our campaigns, what exactly we're looking to do and to measure. This week we're going to talk a little bit more about analyzing and how we use metrics to analyze the effectiveness of posts, and a couple different ways that it's done. One's going to be done in kind of in our discussion. One hit point it's going to be just done in the discussion, and the other point is kind of can be done in the short paper that you'll be doing. So the discussion is going to be centered around this idea of SEO, which is a fancy term, is really an acronym for search engine optimization. And I kind of talked about this in the announcement, but basically, when you type something in, for instance, let's say you're looking for shoes, and you type in green shoes, right? Green shoes into Google. If you are a local business, you want to be the first. You want to be the first few links that has something that offers the green shoes. Why? Because we know, and you and I know, that we don't really search beyond the first page when it comes to Google, right? We really only search the first 2 or 3 links. So there is a whole industry built off getting off of the top 2 links using keywords and different things like that. So it is a massive, massive thing I don't want to get into, but you're going to be looking at, like, we're just going to be dipping our toe in the water. So that's what the discussion is all about. So be sure to read some of the recommended readings and articles that we have this week, because that's going to be really helpful for you. Second, is going to be talking about for the short paper, is going to be talking about how do we measure effectiveness. Now, there's a lot more to effectiveness than likes, shares, and comments, but for the purposes of this short paper, that's kind of what you're going to be focusing on. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just remember to use section titles for each particular section. There are 4 sections that you'll need to navigate through, and make sure that you have clear understanding for each. You have a clear understanding and clear section for each particular one. But you're going to be looking at a pair of posts from an organization. There's 3 different pairs. You'll choose one pair, one that did a good job, and one within the pair, one that did well, one that didn't do well. You're going to kind of be analyzing the 2 of them. So that's kind of how today's going to work, or that's kind of how this week is going to work. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out. As I've said before, this is all stuff that, even if you're not a social media strategist, it's good to know just to get some background information. But if you do end up in this space, these are things that you're going to have to learn, or at least going to have some good idea about, right? Like, I'm not an SEO expert, but I know what I need to do to increase a page's ranking in Google. And those sorts of things make all the difference when it comes to brand awareness, when it comes to getting an audience to have the right call to action to do what you want them to do. Again, I'm excited as we enter into this week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much.